All right, we got an AC service call. Customer complaint is that the unit just seems to run for an excessive amount of time. So probably got an issue with the charge. Gonna go through and check out the electrical components first, and then we'll check the charge. Electrical components look good. Now go ahead and put the gauges on and go to the thermostat and turn on our air conditioner. Okay. Air coming out the top. R22. Pressures are looking a little bit low. We have right away high superheat, but also high subcooling. That being said, we just turned it on, so I'm gonna want to give it a couple of minutes to get warmed up, get the refrigerant moving. Okay, after a couple of minutes, let's check out what our probes are saying. Okay, the pressures went up, the suction pressure went up, but condenser pressure still looks, I don't know, a little bit low. But more importantly, we have high superheat and high subcooling. When I say high, I mean in relation to 10 degrees. I'm pretty sure that this is an R22 unit. So high superheat and high subcooling is, let's check out our chart right here. Superheat and subcooling, normal to high, could be overcharged, could also be a liquid line restriction. Could also be a liquid line restriction for a whatchamacallit, for a piston. It's going to be liquid line restriction also. So let's go inside and see what kind of metering device that we have. Okay, so actually after giving the system a few more minutes of runtime, looks like our superheat has dropped down to 11 degrees. And so honestly, oh, high subcooling right there. I don't really think that that is too much of an issue. I guess it could still be a liquid line restriction there, saying normal superheat. So yeah, let's go ahead and check our delta T here, and also there's a vent right there. I think that might be a return though. Let's put our probes in and then we'll take the cover off and see what the coil looks like. okay. Oil does not look like it's freezing up, though this orifice has a bit of interesting color to it, but that's not frost. A little bit of the sticky right here. Yeah, it doesn't look horrible. Peel this crap on out of here. Yeah, I'd say probably not any restriction. That's an interesting look right there. Oh, there goes my light. Okay, so let's see what the Delta T is saying. Before we go check that, let's put a couple of screws in here. Close it back off so that we get a proper read on the Delta T. So temperature drop 13.6 or 7 degrees. And now we even have the perfect, well, I mean the superheat looks good, and so does the subcooling. There's plenty of refrigerant, so it's not low on charge. At this point, I guess we need to have a look at the fan speed and see what that's saying. So let's pop open the furnace and have a look at the fan speed. And pop open the blower cabinet on these MXA style carriers. He's gonna pop off. Looks like we still have the fan is still on high speed, so we're getting too much airflow. That thing is probably a 2-ton system on high, still set on the default fan speed from the factory. So let's see if we can't, where is the cover? Here we go. See what kind of fan speed we're looking for. So we see here black is high, yellow is medium high, and blue used for heat is medium low. So let's switch it over from high. We'll take this thing off and we'll take the yellow, which is the medium high, and we'll put that on the cool side. See how it says cool right there. Get out of the way. So that down and then put the black wire for the high fan speed back onto the spare terminal. Boom. And now let's see what our Delta T becomes and see what the refrigerant looks like afterwards. Okay, so a few minutes later, after switching the fan speeds from medium high to, or from high to medium high, we have now gone up to 14.7, 14.8 degrees, almost 15 degrees. It'll get there. So also, if we look at the refrigerant, suction pressure still 71, saturation temperature is still above freezing, right around where we like it to be, and we still have, or we have almost 10 degrees of superheat. Subcooling obviously is staying the same. We do not have any water at this property, so we can't, or I can't figure out how to turn the damn water on. Super annoying. I mean, obviously you know, flip the lever, but it still isn't allowing water through the water softener. Whatever, man. is what it is. I'm not gonna fuss with it right now. So there you have it. We're up at 15 degrees right now. Now, in my experience, anything below 15 degrees is gonna the AC is gonna run for an excessive amount of time. You want the Delta T to at least be 15 degrees. Ideally, you know, I like to set them around, you know, somewhere between 17 and 19 degrees. That is going to straight up make the house cold. You know, it's still going to take, you know, it's not going to cool super fast. Hopefully your unit is sized properly for your house. But when a customer complains that the AC is running for a long time and it's not low on charge, it's, you know, usually below 15 degree Delta T. But when you switch the fan speed, you also need to make sure that your refrigerant charge stays the same, because less airflow going across the coil, your pressures will change. It will, sometimes you will appear to have less charge, less refrigerant in there than when you started, because the pressure goes down, the airflow goes down. So that's how you change the fan speed, and there's a little bit of AC troubleshooting for you there. Hope that helps, and catch you on the next one.